Yesterday's price is not today's price.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Yes, we are back in the house. Thank you for showing up and watching again. Welcome to the Bad Boy Nerd F.O.C. Top 10 show, home of the No FOMO Zone. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Sold out. That's the big word for today. Sold out. Absolute Batman is absolutely phenomenal. Have you read it? Have you checked it out? Absolute Batman is absolutely phenomenal. It absolutely lived up to the hype. In my opinion, exceeded the hype. And according to all the articles that are out, Absolute Batman #1 sold out at distribution. No, it's not clickbait, because I told you guys in my last F.O.C. list, what did I have on my F.O.C. list? Absolute Batman second print. Folks, the second print was announced nearly 2 weeks ago. The second print was already on my previous F.O.C. list. So yeah, this book sold like hotcakes. Now, I'm not saying no stores have any. Not saying that. But if you're looking for cover A1, that went pretty quick. Like we always say, everyone goes for cover A1 first. The main cover always sells out first, folks. And this is why we do the F.O.C. Top 10 show. I've been away from the YouTube show for quite a while. Nothing was wrong. It just had a lot of business stuff going on in my life. So I had to do that. It takes a little bit more effort to try to put the show together. But I thank everyone that shows up. When you do watch live, of course, this streams in perpetuity because everything that I put on my list, I keep receipts, folks. I keep receipts. Why do I keep receipts? Because the F.O.C. Top 10 list is the no FOMO zone. You get your books, you get your picks weeks in advance. I'm literally grabbing books right now that were on my list from months ago. And then when they hit the newsstands, everyone's calling around. Everyone's going to the shop. Oh, do you have this cover? Oh, do you have this issue? But if you watch this show, if you follow me on Instagram, as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that up. Let's get that up there. There we go. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know. You already know I do this every week. If I don't do the show, I always put the list out for my people, my faithful followers, all of you who have been following me now for 3 years and over 100 plus lists. Here's an example right here. This book was a hot book. It came out. If you follow me, this was no surprise. I talked about it as one of my top picks, easily top 3. Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes special, particularly this cover right here. I said, folks, and if you follow me, for those of you who followed me last year, you remember the huge list that came out last summer. It was Marvel's new champions variants. And what did I say back then, folks? I said, buy them all. I did tell you that. I said, buy them all. Why? Because Marvel is releasing a bunch of new characters to carry the mantle, the comic book mantle forward. And I even gave an example. I said, you remember how Gwenpool just randomly appeared on the cover? Right. Marvel's new champions variants. I said, buy everyone you can get your hands on. I was buying them up, 2-3 copies, $4 a piece. What's her name? The X-Men girl? I have several copies. They're going for $30, $40. Phantasma, selling for $25 in the aftermarket. I have several new champion variants of that. Scarlet Witch, she's coming out. Amaranth, she's debuting. She made my F.O.C. top 10 list last week. New champions variants. So yeah, folks, hopefully you got a hold of those books. Let me do this real quick because sold out is the word for today. And there it is. It's making headlines. Absolute Batman. Selling out across comic book stores. Here's a guy right here. Here's a guy here that said he had a line of people at his shop. He had a line of people. 20 minutes, all variants, 25 copies gone. Blew out of it. Absolute Batman. There was just one in 25 variants left. I was told other stores in Iowa also ran out. When it was first announced, everyone laughed at the concept. Now they're making it the hottest selling comic book of the year. Does that not sound familiar? Does that not sound familiar? If you've watched my show before, how many times have I said sometimes a key isn't a key until it's a key? If you've watched my show before, how many times have I said, folks, Pre-order the books so your comic book shop has the book waiting for you. There's no FOMO here. You don't have to fight the crowd once the word get out. Who remembers last year when I did a top 10 list and it only had 3 books on it? Because I said the list was garbage, but there were 3 books you should look at. And what was one of those books? Wolverine 36. And what did I say? I said you got the 2 biggest badasses in Marvel combining to form something. They didn't call it Helverine at the time, if I remember correctly. I might have that wrong, but I did say you want to order this book. I told you it was a crappy list, but you should get this book. When this book was announced, I didn't even have number 1 on it. It didn't crack the top 10 for the list. But after I read number 1, for those who follow me on Instagram, I said, folks, this book is still on the shelf. And this book is really good. And word of mouth is spreading like wildfire. And you could probably still find this book on your shelves, depending on your different shops. Depending on your different shops, you could probably still find this on your shelf. Grommets is a very big seller right now. A lot of shops. Why is it doing a virtual? It's doing a virtual. A lot of shops. Oh, because it's blue. The cover is blue. Good Lord. No, a lot of shops do not have the first prints. They're selling out like crazy. So you have grommets. Grommets, number 1, first prints going for anywhere between $15 to $20 a piece. Number 2 is actually harder to find because less shops ordered number 2. So number 2 is actually selling for up to $20, even $25 a piece. And I said on my F.O.C. top 10, I said, hey, folks, this book is selling. Word of mouth is very strong, and you should go pick it up. Excuse me. Another book that is high on my list. Another book. And I even said, I said, folks, don't let this slide past your radar. In fact, these picks are so good, they're making me sneeze. I even said, I said, folks, this is better than you think. Primer, yes, it's being marketed to the young teen crowd, but I told you, I said, I have a really good feeling this is going to be a strong superhero debut. Like I say, folks, it's not a key until it's a key. It's too easy to get these books. They're vastly underordered. A lot of shops don't carry them. I've been snatching up a bunch of primer. I actually hunted down the original. I went and found the original graphic novel that came out during the pandemic. It is extremely hard to find a first edition of the original. Extremely hard, because they ended up printing 8 editions of the original primer. New Champions right there, cover. New Champions variant. Folks, who do you know told you to buy I Like Popeye? What did I say about I Like Popeye? I said it is the best book from Massive Publishing. Shout out to Marcus Williams. I even told you, I said, order all the covers because all the artwork is dope. And if you ordered enough covers, you would have unlocked, man, that green screen cover. I think like the green screen option is turned on because it's like trying to green screen all of these covers. But yeah, the Mike Tyson cover sold like crazy for I Like Popeye. Sold like crazy. I have like 5 copies of that. But this is why we do the show. And let me tell you real quick, speaking of sold out, I'll tell you right now, this is what I'm buying because yesterday's price is not today's price, but today's price is cover price. So I'm actually scooping up copies of Blood Hunt number 5. Now, I don't know if there's any big major YouTube talking heads talking about this book. I don't care. I've been doing this list for 3 years. I have receipts. The list speak for themselves. Folks, first appearance of Sorcerer Supreme Dr. Doom. If you haven't read Blood Hunt number 5, this is the shit. This is dope. Dr. Doom does his best Dr. Doom, and he now has the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme, and it takes place right here in the pages of Blood Hunt number 5. No one's talking about it. No one's big upping it. And for the life of me, I don't understand why, because guess what 2025 was announced as the major story arc for Marvel Comics? One World Under Doom. That's right. One World Under Doom has already been announced as the major storyline for Marvel Comics in 2025. And we already know that Doom is now the major villain for all the MCU phases going forward. So why would you not go get the very issue where Doom becomes the Sorcerer Supreme? You could have got Blood Hunt number 5, 1 in 25 variant, which is a first cover look at Dr. Doom with the Sorcerer Supreme mantle. You could have got that for around $20 ratio at the most. They're now going online. People are asking for $75. This was an easy get. But yeah, this is what I'm grabbing, folks. If you want to know, when you follow J-Dub, the bad boy nerd, and you want to know what I'm buying, I'm telling you, I'm snatching up Blood Hunt number 1s. I'm snatching them all up. It's too easy. There we go. It's too easy to grab these. They're still on the shelves. A lot of shops are trying to get rid of them. So go get them. First appearance of Dr. Doom. You could probably get it under cover price right now. So again, these are the books that I've been buying up. Keys before they become keys. Grommets, number 2. This book is hot. This is a great book. Grommets number 2. This is issue number 2, first print. Very hard to find. A lot of stores didn't even bother getting it. Grommets number 1, first print, Rick Remender. Excellent book. People by word of mouth are going out there to get it. I have multiple copies of number 2. No one was paying attention to it. Word of mouth is getting out. I've been collecting all these awesome second print, third print variant covers. Absolutely great series. I even got some of the concept sketch covers, because why not? Because this is an amazing series. Folks, if you look online, if you even try to get Grommets number 1 ratios, dude, they're selling, people are asking like $100. I saw one sell for $200 the other day. I'm actually trying to hunt down a 1 in 10, a 1 in 20. It's nearly impossible to find under $100. It's crazy. The word got out. Phantasma's debut issue number 1, this particular cover, most of the shops here in my town sold out or didn't have it at all. I just happened to order them as a pre-order because, of course, because no FOMO zone. One of my homies on Instagram, shout out if you got this awesome Gun Honey cover. Shout out to you if you got this awesome Gun Honey throwback cover. Absolutely. By the way, Gun Honey is option. It's going to be a streaming series. Shout out to you if you're reading the Power Fantasy. Amazing story. Issue number 1, Stephanie Hahn's variant, cover B. Issue number 1 selling out first prints. Number 2s are strong. First prints selling pretty strong. But there you have it, folks. Absolute Batman definitely sold out. It is no joke. It is absolutely great. And with that, I'm telling you, this is going to be a great show. Speaking of the Sorcerer Supreme. We have with us today the Psycho Pirate of Paper, the Conservation Whisperer. He has an actual PhD. He is an actual doctor. And if he sticks around long enough because he's just really too good at what he does, he might end up being a supervillain, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time, but he is back. I am back. The comic book wizard himself, the one and only Dr. Paul.
Hello, what's up, y'all? How you doing, Jay?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. And you are coming through nice and strong, man. It's good to see you again.
I tried to sort of tweak the sound to sound a little more baritone like you.
Oh, is that what that is?
Okay. Filter. No, I don't. I actually looked to see if there was a filter because I hate my voice, but there wasn't a filter, so I just have to live with my voice.
Everybody hates their voice.
I think that's true, almost universally. Yeah. Do you think James Earl Jones hated his voice, though? I mean, there have to be some people that recognize, yeah, I sound pretty good.
James Earl Jones actually had a stutter. So, yeah, he did hate his voice.
Yeah.
He had to go through a lot of intensive therapy and training to become Vader.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you, I caught a game in the big house last year. And
you did tell me.
On the big screen, on the Jumbotron, they have, basically a trailer for the team, right? And it's narrated by James Earl Jones. It gives you goosebumps. It's insane. It's insane.
Anything that James Earl Jones would do would be perfect narration.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. He was a Michigan alum, so.
Okay, enough of Michigan. From an Ohio State guy. How have you been, Doctor?
Been doing great, man. Been doing great. We've been busy. We've been very busy over on the channel, Liberty Hill Comics. We've got a live show started, and we go live every Sunday evening. We talk comic book conservation, a little bit of restoration, fair market value, conservation techniques, CGC, slabbing, all kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. I'm writing a book.
I'm
co-writing a book with another cat off of YouTube, Shelby of Shelby's Comics, Dr. Shelby Thompson. Yeah.
Good. You should totally write a book. I've even mentioned that before, that
truth.
The information you have is just ridiculous.
It took Shelby pushing me a little bit. So I'm really happy for the collaboration. Yeah.
Awesome, man. So what have you been up to? Do you have something for us today?
Well, I have a couple things. I got some pickups if you want to see some fun stuff.
Always, man. This is a comic book show.
I got a couple pickups. So this is an interesting one. This is More Fun 55. So this is 1940. This is like the third appearance of the Spectre. But it's the first appearance of Dr. Fate. Of course, he's not on the cover. Now, I picked up this one. It's a 1.5 restored, but this is going to get cracked, and we're going to see if we can turn this into a 1.5 blue label. And I bought it at a pretty steep discount, so I'm pretty excited about this. This will be later in the year, a project on the channel. So I never thought I would hold the first appearance of Dr. Fate.
I know. Is that a filter? That looks amazing.
Oh, no. That's just, it presents really well for a 1.5, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is, not all defects are created the same. So if you have a split spine, you're automatically a 2 or lower. And this particular one has a split spine and then just a couple other defects. And CGC said that's a 1.5. But I mean, I've definitely seen 4s that present worse than this.
Wow.
Right.
So,
so I'm excited about this one. Dr. Fate. I've been a big fan ever since that limited series DC put out in like 1988 or whatever. Obviously one of the founding members of the
JSA.
Justice Society of America. Right. And so, that was a pickup. The other pickup here, this was actually a gift, and I was blown away by it.
Show me. Let's see what you
Okay, I'm
got.
going to show you the back of it first. So
I see
back in
John
the
Romita.
day,
Okay.
yeah,
John.
back in the
Yeah.
day, like in the 70s, Marvel put out this portfolio of
Oh
all
God,
of
you're
the
killing me.
artists,
You're killing
all
me
of
with
the
that.
artists in the
Just show the
bullpen.
book.
All of the artists in the bullpen, they put out a portfolio, and there was
Yeah.
one for Jack Kirby and one for John Romita. And basically, so this is like a self-portrait of John Romita working on his, of course, John Romita Sr., working at his drawing table, and then kind of like all of the characters he's really known for. You know,
That's crazy.
he either co-created, conceived, or did the concept art for a lot of Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, right? But look
Yeah.
right here. It's signed by John Romita. And of course, he's passed away now. This is
I
a
know,
gift
sadly.
from,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a gift from one of my friends that I met through YouTube. And really, I wanted to show you because sorry, I just wanted to say, you know, YouTube has been a great extension of the hobby for me. And it's really brought me together with a lot of folks like yourself. And so I thought this was appropriate because we all love comic books. And some of us like old ones, some like new ones, some like middle-aged ones, and indies and mainstream and first appearances, keys, runs. We all collect something different, original art, whatever. But we all love comic books, and it brings us all together. And I think we need more of that in the world. So I thought I'd show that off because that was like I said, a gift from a friend that I met through YouTube that I wouldn't have met otherwise.
That's a hell of a gift, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it was he also sent me a bunch of books and said, "Clean these for me." So it was
A little bit of quid pro quo
little bit
there.
of payment, little bit of gift. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So you're up.
awesome nonetheless.
You are nominated for an award, correct?
That's right.
All right.
So the YouTube Community Awards are all about the different. You know how many channels there are on YouTube for comic books? Like hundreds and hundreds, right? But the YouTube Comic Book Community Awards are to recognize all of the YouTube channels affiliated with or, you know, having comic books in their subject. So one of the categories is Best Cleaning, Pressing, and Comic Restoration Content. And we are a finalist in this competition. So I'm really thrilled and humbled that we were nominated for this, that we made the finalist list. The other channels here are all great channels. And I'm I hope that people go out and vote. And I won't even say go vote for me. I'll say this. Go vote for somebody, because we're all just doing it for the love of the hobby. And we're not even making minimum wage. Like, even those of us that are monetized, it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't even pay for your time for one episode for the year. So please go out and vote, because all these people are really doing it for the love, and they deserve recognition. So if you want to vote for me, by all means, I'd be happy to have your vote for Liberty Hill Comics. There's actually, it's a long ballot. So Jay, you're going to put the link in the description for people to vote.
Absolutely.
But they can also just find it if they Google you'll see that the logo on the front page. But it's a long ballot. If you just want to vote for our channel, you can go down. It's actually the 22nd block and vote for Liberty Hill Comics, and then scroll down and submit. And yeah, like I said, vote for us. I'm also voting. I'm voting, you know, we lost somebody else. Speaking of community and YouTube and comic books, we lost one of the Lords of the Long Box this year to cancer, which sucks. And so I'm voting for them for the Lifetime Achievement Award as well.
Awesome.
So yeah. So anyway, like I said, community, comic books, YouTube, bringing us all together. We need more of that. So that's what I wanted to say for the day.
Cool, man. No, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. I will drop the link down in the description below after this episode ends live.
Awesome.
And speaking of community, guess what, baby? I picked up a sponsor.
Do tell.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, and also, by the way, it's about
What's that?
time.
Oh, sure. I've had a few people reach out to me. We just couldn't, for whatever reason, didn't make it happen.
Mhm.
But yeah, for now on, we're going to go ahead and have the F.O.C. Top 10 show sponsored by my friends at Bat City Games and Comics, and I'm gonna run their promo right now.
Sweet.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's get into this week's F.O.C. Top 10, sponsored by Bat City Games and Comics. Bat City Comics is your one-stop shop for all of your comic book gaming and hobby needs. They have a wide variety of every hot new release in stock, as well as an extensive collection of back issues. Set up a subscription and have the new book pulled and waiting for you on New Comic Book Day. They have hundreds of board games, including Dominion, Catan, Root, Wingspan, World of Warcraft, and many others. Hundreds of Funko Pops, all of your card gaming, including Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Disney Lorcana, and Magic the Gathering, including game nights and many others. You want high-value showcase comics? Got that. Dollar bin books? Got that too. Trade paperbacks, graphic novels, and even discounted comic book bundles. Yeah, they got it. Manga? Absolutely. So stop by Bat City Comics and Games off of US Highway 290 in Austin, Texas. Check them out and tell them that J-Dub, the bad boy nerd, sent you.
Sweet.
There it is. That's it. All right. With that being said, let's just get into it, man. It's been so long. It's been so long. And people love watching this live. They loved watching the list come out before the F.O.C. So here we go, man. Are you ready?
Now, we do have more than 3 this week.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so you remember how many times I've said this is the best list.
I'm excited, man. Let's do it.
Man, there's been lists when I said this is probably the best list ever. I will say this is one of the best lists. This was an absolutely unbelievable list this week. I was very excited. I was so excited. I hit you up. I said, look, we got to do the show. We got to get this thing going. So without further ado, here we go. We'll see top 10 for the week ending October 12, 2024. Kicking off with a number 10. Now, I love to kick off with some cover fire.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Look at that beauty right there, man. Mirka and Dofo's sweet, sweet paprika.
Wow.
Yeah, this one literally jumped off the screen. I was like, well, damn. You know this as the Showgirls homage.
Right. It's the movie poster homage.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Yeah, man. Mirka, she brought it, man. She brought the heat this time.
Wow.
Sweet Paprika, open for business number 1. This is cover F. Look, man. Sweet Paprika is actually one of my guilty pleasures. Sometimes I do indulge. They're fun.
Okay. Yeah,
they're fun reads, right?
Yeah.
But I got to be honest, man. This
We're
cover,
adults. It's okay.
Oh God, for sure. No shame, man. I love it. I read that shit. And I love Mirka's art. Her art is great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
absolutely.
it wild? Some of the sexiest artists for female figures are females.
Oh yeah. They get it. Like they know the assignment and they do it.
Yep.
Mirka's one of them. My favorite, Souza Micah. Jesus.
For real.
I could go on and on, but yeah, just kick it off. Number 10, folks. If you're interested in this beautiful cover, this is Sweet Paprika, open for business number 1, solid black, classic Showgirls movie homage variant. Absolutely love it. Yes, this is open order.
Open order.
Exclusive. Yes.
No reason not to get it. That's all you got to do.
Right? I know. Absolutely, man. And it's stuff
no
like
excuses.
that. No excuses. This is why I love to do this show, because you can find these insanely awesome variants on open order. You just have to know about them. Shout out to some of my new followers on Instagram. They really showed me some appreciation. They are glad that I do this list because they just
Mhm.
don't have time to do the research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if you do it
Uh,
yourself, it's always good to check against somebody else, double check, say, "Oh, I thought these were hot. Glad to think he does, glad to see he thinks so too."
oh, that you just described my homeboy Mo, MA3, man. He's right there. Me and him are like eye to eye. He's always there showing me some stuff as well. Coming in at number 9. Now, number 9, this is a little bit different, but I absolutely love it. You know me. Anyone who's been following, I would go way left field sometimes and pull
Mhm.
something out of the neither reaches that you've never heard of. Coming from
Well, you
Scout.
did it here.
Hey man, look, Rant CPU. This is an excellent, excellent premise. I was reading the premise. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like a Disney Pixar movie.
Hmm.
That's exactly what it sounded like. So I was like, you know what? I gotta add this. And you want to know something cool about this? Do you remember when I suggested over almost 2 years ago, I suggested Blitmap? Remember Blitmap?
Sure. Yep.
Right. Blitmap was the first interactive comic book where every cover was exactly different. No two covers were alike. And I said you should get those sealed, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Those are still selling for $10, $12 a piece if you still have them
Wow.
sealed.
Wow.
Yeah. So this, check this out, is actually another interactive comic book. Look at
Really?
this. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. Check it out. Let me see if I can pull up this. Here we are. Oh, you're going to love this. So what you have here is an entire website dedicated to the comic book. And yeah, and so the whole storyline of the comic book. Look at that.
Huh.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I know. I mean,
It's
in
different.
today's market, you gotta get pretty creative, right? Selling these books, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, isn't that's
And I
pretty awesome, man?
imagine being Scout, this is not going to be a heavily ordered book.
Not at all, not at all.
If you
In
want this,
fact,
you're going to need to pre-order it.
if you want this, you're going to need to pre-order. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because Scout, they're actually known for developing books that become optioned.
Very good track record.
Yeah,
Strong track record.
yeah, they have several books that have already been optioned. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Rant CPU. Shot in the Dark. I love the premise. It sounds hilarious. It deals with AI. It deals with teenagers. It deals with all kind of chaos. My kind of stuff. I love it. Brought to you from the same guy who told you to go buy My Little Pony.
And it was the
How-
right call.
and it was the right call. All right. Coming in at number 9. No, yeah, that was number 9. Coming in at number 8. Number 8, it's been a while, man.
Ooh.
I know. It's been a while since Ghost Spider has made it onto this platform. Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider number 7 introduces a brand new black tarantula. As a matter of fact, the new character debuted in number 6. Gwen immediately got a crush on this guy, not knowing that he is the son of one Mr. Muerto, who is the black tarantula.
Mm.
Yeah, so come to find out, Spider-Gwen has developed a crush on one of her new villains. So we will see. And plus, I just love this cover.
It's an homage to a Bill Sienkiewicz cover.
Thank you. See someone else that gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
Very
just a
cool.
great. That's a
Yeah.
very cool cover. I love that
With the
cover.
cherubs all around. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a while since Spider-Gwen has made it onto the show, so she needed some love. I figured let's go ahead, let's throw her on here.
Love it.
I'm digging it. I'll be grabbing a copy myself, and she made it on at number 8.
Sweet.
Of course,
Ooh.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Of course. Battle of Jakku. This takes place immediately after the Battle of Endor, which was Return of the Jedi.
Uh-huh.
So everyone, after they blew up the second Death Star, this is the rebellion versus all the Imperial remnants, which
Yeah.
included a bunch of brand new characters.
And the fallout from this is where Rey is a scavenger on Jakku, and we see all these fallen Death Stars and all the crashed ships, and that's how she ekes out a living, is scavenging junk off the remnants of this battle.
That's right. And here we have it. We have the actual battle unfolding. Anyone who's been following me on Instagram, you know that the first series was one of my top picks, and now this is the second series of the Battle of Jakku storyline, Republic Under Siege #1. Yeah, I absolutely suggest everyone check it out, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. This is a must-have book. So yes, number 7 on the list.
You got a favorite cover? It's just the
I
cover
like,
A
you know
here,
what?
huh?
It's always the main covers do it.
Look at it.
Yeah.
So this is 3 4-issue limited series, right? So this is number
correct.
5 of 12, but they're numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, very cool. And Torrin Clark, he's doing all the main covers. He's
very
killing
like Hildebrandt-esque, like it looks like the old movie posters. Yeah, love it.
I love his stuff, man. So yeah, coming in at number 7. Let's move on to number 6. Ultimate Spider-Man debut of Felicia Hardy, Ultimate Black Cat. That's what I said.
I remember
a little bit of black girl magic here.
Yeah. I remember the last run of Ultimate Spider-Man, the first appearance of the Black Cat was hot.
It was.
This is cool.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because when Ultimate Spider-Man was first announced way back whenever, I told people, I said, yeah, I actually remember the original Ultimate Spider-Man was a big hit. I was like, definitely go out and get number 1.
Yeah.
For those of you who did, you're feeling happy right now.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say you remember the first appearance of the first Black Cat.
Well, I've had that issue as well. I've
of course,
quite a few times for sure.
You know, I found an Easter egg in that book.
Oh yeah, what was it? Share.
So there's a fight, and they go through a parking lot, and one of the license plates on one of the cars in the parking lot says "F.O.C."
Wow. Wow. Okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave that right there.
Fun even back in the 70s.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure they had a lot more fun back in the 70s.
Yep.
That was a swinging time coming out of the 60s there. Yep. All right, where are we at? Moving in at number 5.
What?
Yeah, I had to have a little bit of fun, but yeah, Wolverine 3 introduces finally the new villain, the mysterious new villain, supposed to make its debut in Wolverine 3. Just going to go with the main cover. It's got a lot of great covers, but the main cover is usually always the play, except when we have an appearance from Pilverine.
I thought maybe this was somebody making fun of CGC with the Bend Gate. Have you heard about this?
No, I have not. But no, Pilverine is a pretty popular DLC from Fortnite. Making his print debut on this cover.
Crossover.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the Pilverine variant is out there as well. But of course, the main covers of play. What's going on with CGC now?
Okay, so remember that there was they were calling it CGC Gate because somebody figured out how to open the case, swap the book, and reseal the case without it being obvious. And they were taking 9/8 out and then stuffing 9s in, resealing it and selling them and making 10, 20, 30 grand sometime, right? Like a Hulk 181 9/8 maybe worth 30 grand, whereas a 9/0 or 9/4 might only be worth 6 grand, right?
Wow.
So somebody was doing this and it got exposed. CGC said they would do something about it. They redesigned their case to be so so that basically it's essentially more brittle, so that if you open it, the whole thing shatters instead of like you being able to open it and then kind of glue it back together.
Right.
When they did that, there's been apparently some people saying that the inner well now bends the book sometime. And so now they started calling that bend gate. And the reason I thought this was an homage to that is because CBCS, obviously their main competition here, actually slabbed a banana peel just to make and put it on their social media just to make fun of CGC with the bend gate.
You know, it's very possible. It's very possible that that information got to these editors and someone's having fun with it.
Someone,
Really,
actually,
Pilverine, the timing is too uncanny. Pun intended.
I should say, since I brought it up, actually, you know, CGC's in Sarasota, and they were literally landfall for this hurricane that hit yesterday, last night, today. I think they're all fine. I actually messaged a few people that I know over there, including Matt Nelson. I haven't heard back, but I assume that's just because they're busy. But they were in my thoughts today.
Thoughts and prayers to them. Yeah, hopefully, I'm sure there'll be a slight, obvious disruption in business, but as long as everyone's safe,
that's what's important. Yep.
That's right. Yeah, man. Pilverine, Wolverine number 3. All right. Okay.
I'm probably going with the main cover, just FYI.
Yeah, main cover. I think I'll have fun and go ahead and order me a Pilverine variant because it's out there. Why not?
Why not?
Okay, look. This list is so good. 5 through 1 could have been number 1.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. When I put this list together, I started in the middle. I was like, oh, there's number 1. Then another book, I said, oh, this might be number 1. And then the list got, I said, oh, shit, maybe I should make this number 1. So, yeah, this is jam-packed. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, man.
5, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. We're closing in. We're closing in. Here we are. Coming in at number 4. It's Jeff.
Oh, all right.
That's right. It's Jeff is back.
Nice.
It's Jeff.
Look at all these
covers.
Who
was the one? Who was the one, Dr. Paul, who said It's Jeff makes his Marvel print debut? Do you remember? Was it the Venom 3 homage cover / Jaws, the Jaws homage, the bathtub variant? And I said, folks, this is going to be a hot cover. Order this cover. And sure enough, that cover came out. People were scrambling to find it. It was under ordered.
Yep.
Dude, folks like this lovable shark, man.
So what are we looking at here? Obviously, we got Scotty Young.
Yeah, Venom War. It's Jeff. We have a 1-in-25 ratio, which is awesome. He made the Jeff Venom War. Was it Peach or was it Rose Besh that did that incredible variant cover? I think it was Rose. No, it was Peach. Yeah.
Was it Peach Momoko?
I think it was Peach. Yeah, I think Peach did that awesome variant. It was one of those two. I love both of those ladies.
Right.
It was a great cover. It was definitely on the list. But yeah, and now we have here in the bottom, let's blow that up.
Bottom right.
Gwenpool and Jeff together, man.
Yeah.
God,
I think that would be my pick here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great cover right there.
Gwenpool cover.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me move this scroll out the way. Yeah, In-Hyuk Lee. That's an In-Hyuk Lee variant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for all 3. I gotta have all 3 of them.
So the In-Hyuk Lee is an open order one.
Yep, it is cover B.
Wow.
Beautiful cover, great cover. Yeah, people love their Jeff, man. People love Jeff. I'm going to go with the first cover A, main cover. I'm definitely going to get the In-Hyuk Lee cover, and I'm going to try to snag that 1-in-25 ratio because I love all 3 of them.
I really like that ratio too, though. I like all 3 of them. That ratio is cool, man.
Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a strong seller because it doesn't have big print runs, and people that love
Yeah.
Jeff love Jeff.
Yeah,
Yeah, they go
exactly.
get their Jeff for sure.
This is like a kind of title that brings more females into the hobby too, I imagine, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think stuff like this is great, man.
Absolutely. And yeah, I'm just that guy. Look, if I see something that's great, I don't care the genre, the style. If it's a great book, it's going to make my top 10 list. Jeff made it once again. Jeff. Now, all right, check it out, man. It's about to get serious. Any
Okay,
one of
well,
these books, at one point or another shuffled out of the number one spot. Man, I don't even know how to say it, but coming in at number 3, let's just call it number 1.1A, 1B, 1C. Here's 1C.
for one Delta.
Yeah, here we go. 3 spot. Just a absolute killer. You see what I put there? You see that? We see what I put?
Yeah.
Art Germ wins.
Art Germ for the win.
Dude, look at
I feel
that.
like Art Germ is winning almost every competition that Art Germ is in. Holy
This is crazy.
moly.
That's what I said. That's what
Wow.
I said. And you know what's funny? I had this book slated like a month or 2 ago. I was like, man, I can't wait for this F.O.C. And then that cover dropped, and I was like, holy shit. I was
What
like, this is number 1, but
what
it's
are we
not.
looking at for those that aren't reading West Coast Avengers?
Yeah, we're looking at a relaunch of West Coast Avengers, and basically Ultron has a redemption arc where Ultron is trying to be a good guy and join the West Coast Avengers.
So this is issue 1
This
of
is
the
going to be
relaunch.
issue 1. That is obviously anytime there's an issue 1, the main covers to play. But
Yeah.
damn it, that art germ, man.
Wow.
And it's the debut of a new character called Blue Bolt, I believe, or a new version of Blue Bolt.
I mean, Hughes is an amazing artist,
Dude,
has a rabid following of his own,
dude, absolutely.
and I don't think it's even close here.
Gosh.
That's saying something, isn't it?
It is, man.
I
Adam
mean,
Hughes with
I
the
do
foil.
think
That's a foil. That's a foil variant.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, people get
Yeah.
it just because of the foil. And to be fair to Adam Hughes, it may be limiting in what he can do with the art if he knows it's going to be printed in foil. So, by
Sure.
no means is that me disparaging Adam Hughes, because I really love me some Adam Hughes. But yeah, the art germ. The thing is, one of the sort of digs on art germ is that, you know, all the poses are the same, all the faces are the same, etc.
I'm fine with that.
There might be some truth to it. Yeah, you cut me off. There might be some truth to that, but give me more of that same. I feel is the correct answer.
Yeah. Speaking of Adam
Wow.
Hughes, since you brought him up,
Yeah.
let's pull that up real quick because he made an appearance just recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a killer cover. Yeah, this is going to be let me see which Amazing Spider-Man number 60. I just called it the Sexy Hughes variant. Now, this is a soft key book because it has the first prelude to the 8 deaths of Peter Parker, which ties into, again, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Doom. So yeah, this book has the prelude. So yeah, this book is a definitely something people should look out for. But my God, tell me
Yeah.
that this Hughes variant is not going to sell out.
You know, we can see your cursor, Jay. We know where it's lingering. We could see that.
Oh, well, I'm
I
doing
just
all.
want you to know.
Wait a minute, when I'm doing all this right here.
Yeah, exactly. We all see it. We all see it, Jay.
Hey man, I'm called the bad boy nerd for a reason. All right. The reason I'm called the bad boy nerd and not just the nerd, okay? And look, and that was just a sidebar because we still got to get to number 2. Number 2
Mhm.
was number 1. It was actually number 1 until I read Absolute Batman once again.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
once again, I got to do this real quick. If you haven't read Absolute Batman number 1, it is absolutely incredible. Where is it in my list of hotness? I gotta tell you, Scott Snyder brought the thunder and the lightning and the fire and the rain and the heat on this.
He knows how to tell a
This
story.
is a modern classic in my opinion.
Wow.
This is a killer. I don't know how far they're going to go with it, but I'm a true believer of it. It
Sweet.
really knocked it out the park.
Wow.
So with that being said, coming in at
You
number
had to
2,
you had to switch 1 and 2 because of it.
I had to switch 1 and 2 because of it. So number 1 got bumped down to number 2, which is
Ooh.
all new Venom.
Oh, man.
Now here's the thing: they
These
pushed
covers.
back the release date.
Oh, for all new Venom?
Yeah, they pushed it back. They pushed it all the way out to December. Last I checked.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. But
These are some
sales are
great
strong.
covers.
The early sales are strong. I think I already read something about a second print already
Yeah.
because of the strong main cover
Wow.
sales. They're selling out. So I already heard. I saw something online about a second print getting ready.
Well,
Humberto Ramos with the wraparound killer.
yeah. Ramos is amazing, has
Absolutely.
such a reputation already for all this kind of stuff, but very specifically on amazing on Venom. But Venom just lends himself to these amazing covers, right? The black with the red or the black with the yellow, they just look amazing.
They do.
And then of course the the Humberto Ramos has the black and the red and the yellow. It's like a
All of it.
coral snake going on here. It's saying
All of
danger,
it.
man.
All of it, man. And then you just
Wow.
got
These
the
are
teeth
great
and tongue.
covers.
Coelho with the gold foil. That's gonna look amazing in
Yeah.
person.
I
And
think
then
that's the one for me.
one of my favorites, Szechuan Scan. Now
Okay.
his name's not Szechuan. I like to call him Szechuan because I can't pronounce his first name. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I ever met him. I would just be like, I'm calling you Szechuan because your stuff is hot.
Hot.
Spicy. Scan with the 125. Of course, everyone loves Venom
That's
Horse.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going
Wow.
to definitely try to
They're
get
all
that
crazy.
125 ratio.
I love
Listen,
them all.
all the covers are dope.
Yeah.
Just find the cover. I'm not even saying these are the best covers. These are the 3 I'm going to get. Find the cover that makes you happy. The main cover is killer. You can just get the
Yeah,
main cover
I'm
and be
sure.
satisfied. Yeah. Main cover is going to sell out. We already know that. I got to have the wraparound. Got to get the Szechuan for me. But yeah,
Wow.
this was number 1. And then I read Absolute
Okay.
Batman.
Well, then
So
I'm
now,
guessing we have the DC book at the top of the list.
yes, without any further ado, number 1 for the week
Hit
ending
me.
in October 12th, 2024. Bad Boy Nerds, number 1 book this week, Absolute Superman. And there was
Ooh.
no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Wow.
Absolute Batman, Scott Snyder killed it. I can only imagine. You know what it's like, Dr. Paul? It's kind of
Whoa.
like when a rapper has another rapper featured on their song. You drop your verse, the featured rapper drops his verse. You're like, oh shit, I got to get back in the booth. Hold on, let me go rewrite my verse. After Scott Snyder dropped his, I can only imagine Jason
Wow.
Aaron like, yo, hold up, let me go rewrite some shit real quick. Like I got to bring the fire.
Wow.
Yeah, man,
I love this crane cover. That's going to be, the minimal trade dress. We talk about it all the time, but
you
the
love it.
minimal trade dress
You
and
love
that
it.
super nice paper stock that they put, it's worth the extra dollar.
It really is.
And the crane art here is
It's beautiful.
incredible.
It's crazy, dude. Superman looks like
Wow.
he looks like a freaking problem here, man. That's what's crazy.
He
He
does,
looks
doesn't he?
like a problem. You don't
Well,
want
it's
none
absolute
of this,
Superman,
dude. I'm gonna call this absolute smoke.
right? Wow. All right. I see why you went here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feeling
Love it.
that? You feeling
I
that at
love
number
it.
one? You
I
get it
love it.
now, right?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
All right.
sense.
So here we go. Here's your favorite part. Let's do it. Let's do the
Yeah, run them
quick
back.
top 10. Let's run it back. Coming in at number 10. Merca. I know. Sweet, sweet paprika.
Yeah.
Showgirls variant. Solid black. Cover F. I'm going to get it. Juicy. Shot in the Dark, number 9. Rant CPU. This sounds like something Disney or Pixar might actually develop. Scout is known for their option deals. This is an interactive comic book that actually has a website tied to it, and the website is awesome.
Cool.
Coming in at number 8 is Gwen, Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, number 7. Gwen has a crush. Her new crush just happens to be the new villain. He is the new Black Tarantula, making his full villainous debut in number 7. The character debuted in 6 and snatched that up. Number 7, Battle of Jakku, Republic
Oof.
Under Siege, number 1.
Wow.
New villains, new characters, tying it all together. Star Wars fans are very happy. Number 6, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Felicia Hardy, Black Cat makes her Black Girl Magic debut.
Yeah.
Number 5, Wolverine. Number 3, new villain debut in Pilverine.
You believe Wolverine 50 years old? That's crazy.
I know. I can't believe that. I'm right there with Wolverine. It's Jeff. We love Jeff. Yes, we do. We also love this in-hook variant with Gwenpool and Jeff. I think those are going to go fast, folks. That is open order.
Fun.
Number 3, Jesus. Art Germ. God, you're killing me, man. Does his poses kind of resemble each other? Damn right they do. So does Arthur Adams, and we love them both for it.
Yep. You don't got to fix what ain't broken.
And don't even try to fix it. Just keep, hey, Art Adams, keep giving us those beautiful, gorgeous female hero portraits. We love those.
Yes.
All New Venom got bumped out of the top spot, but it is still a hot book. Who's the new Venom? We're about to find out. But Absolute Superman is a problem, dude.
Give me that crane cover, man.
I'm telling you, I'm getting them both. Look.
Yeah.
Absolute
the cover,
Batman.
I mean, the other thing, you know, I'm obsessed with them, but they're open order. They're just extra $1. And you get that. That's the other thing is those are almost automatic 9/8. Just make sure you don't have any corner dings on them. They're 9/8.
Yeah,
It's
if
nice.
you're a local comic shop, if you're a shop, you do want to invest some of your inventory in the Cover B card stocks because those are beautiful variants. The guest artists are always incredible.
Do you mean a local comic shop like Bat City Comics?
Absolutely. My friends there. Yeah, man, there is the top 10 list. What did you think about it overall?
Awesome list. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. Really glad you invited me. Really glad you went live for this. It's a fun way to be back.
Yeah, it was, man. I was excited. I was so excited about this list. I said, I got to get back on a mic. I got to get back on YouTube. And I had to have the good doctor back in the house. Thank you for joining me, man.
I love it. I always appreciate being on your channel, and I appreciate the invite. So thank you.
For sure, man. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll drop that link. Just remind me again to put the link so people can vote for you. And yeah, we'll see you guys again next time.
All right. Until next time, take care of one another.